Hi everyone, in this video, I will share to you 3 things that will help you become more productive in 2023. Number 1, planning your day. As everyone knows, we only have 24 hours in a day, but actually it's shorter than that if we take away the number of hours we spend sleeping. So let's say we take out 6 to 8 hours. So that gives us only around 16 to 18 hours a day. And as young adults, and as we gain more responsibilities in life, as we start to have more things that we need to worry about on our own, if you live by yourself, you gotta do your own laundry, you gotta cook your own food, do your own errands and everything. We start to realize that 24 hours doesn't seem to be enough to get things done. However, it may not be because 24 hours is not enough. It could be that we are not utilizing those 16 to 18 hours effectively to get things done. And I realized this when I was working full-time and going to school part-time. It just seems like there's just not enough time to get what I need to do for my career and for my school and for my personal life done in one day. So what has really helped me, and that's one thing I want to share with you today, is planning your day. And that involves writing down what you need to accomplish that day. Note, I said what you need to accomplish, not what you want to accomplish, because there's a big difference in what you need to do and what you want to do. And most often than not, we find ourselves pushing away the things that we need to do versus the things that we want to do. Because the things that we want to do, that gives us kind of an instant gratification, some sort of fulfillment right away because we really want to do that thing. But the problem with that is if we always focus on the things that we want, we start procrastinating on the things that we need to do. And that becomes pushback and pushback, and next thing you know, we just never got it done. So one thing to combat that is just planning your day with the things that you need to complete. Write down in a list the things that you need to accomplish that day and stay organized so that you can be able to utilize those active hours that you're awake, 16 to 18 hours, knocking off each item on this list and actually becoming productive in completing what you need to complete and not what you want to complete. For me, what really helped is every morning that I wake up, I will prepare my to-do list and plan my day. Even up to the hour, I would plan my day. Let's say I wake up at 6 a.m. 6:15 to 6:45 a.m. I'll take my dog for a walk and then start work from 7 to 3, something like that. And then from 3 o'clock onwards, you start blocking out your time and what you need to do, what you need to accomplish, get that out of the way, get everything that you need to do done. And then after that, focus on the things that you then want to do and just have that free time all to yourself. And maybe during the days, other things start to pop up in your mind. Also, add those to your list. Add them to the list that you need to accomplish. And it doesn't even have to be a list just for today. It could be a list for the next day or the day after that. Anything that comes up to your mind during that day, just write it down so that you won't forget and you'll be able to tackle that. Number 2, give yourself a deadline. Make yourself accountable to complete that task or whatever it is that you need to complete within a specific time frame. Because the problem is, if we don't give ourselves a time frame, our minds will start to think that it can take us an infinite amount of time to complete a certain task. For example, let's say you're in school, right? You have a project. Your teacher tells you, hey, complete this project within 20 minutes. What are you gonna do in that 20 minutes? I bet you in those 20 minutes, you will be razor focused to get that task done. But now, what if your teacher says, hey, do this project, hand it in to me at the end of the month? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna be spending the entire month to complete that project? Probably not. You would most likely push that back until it gets closer to the due date, and then you will complete that project. Right? Like, yeah, you have a project. Are you really gonna be working every day on that project to perfect that project? No, you're not. You're probably just gonna delay that until you're closer to the deadline. So my point here is, if you don't give yourself a deadline, you will unconsciously push that task all the way back until you're closer to that deadline. So let's say you don't give yourself a time frame. you're just gonna push that back for an infinite amount of time. So set a deadline for the task that you need to do. Let's say you need to go to the bank and withdraw some cash or something, or go to the ATM or something. If you just tell yourself, hey, withdraw money next week, that's not gonna work, because what day of the week are we talking about? Is it the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, the end of the week? And next thing you know, you're pushing that to the following week and then to the following week. Give yourself a deadline. Give yourself a specific date, a specific day where you will complete a specific task, so that you can make yourself accountable and be able to complete what you need to complete. Number 3, wake up early and stick to a schedule. This is what I really found that has helped me in becoming more productive, because if you wake up early and you stick to a schedule, this builds discipline within yourself. You build discipline to hold yourself accountable in getting up early, planning your day, and sticking to that schedule so that you can complete your list. Waking up early doesn't mean you have to sleep X amount of hours every day. It depends. Find your sweet spot on what will work for you. Some people, they work better if they sleep 6 hours or 7 hours a day, and they're just energized for that whole day. Some people, they need at least 8 hours of sleep. For some people, if they sleep too much, they just don't become energized for that day. And that's the same case for me. If I sleep longer than 8 hours or so, I just feel tired for the rest of the day. But if I sleep around 6 to 7 hours of sleep, I'm fine. I can really function. I can be focused in my work. It really depends on what works for you. And I suggest you find that point and stick to that schedule every day, so that it becomes a habit. It becomes a routine for you, so that you can really plan for your days and have that energy to complete what you need to complete and become more productive. And that is it, guys. I know this is my very first video on YouTube. It's a little bit rough, but this is the starting point. Hopefully you had some value to this video. If you did not, or I was a bit confusing, let me know in the comments so that I can further improve my communication skills and provide more valuable content to you, and you may find more value in this content. And for future videos, I can incorporate your suggestions to make it much more better.